A complicated question. I chose the name Audio Quest back before those kinds of hybrid names were common because I'm on a lifelong quest to have good audio to bring me music. I refer to equipment, the hi-fi system, as emotional transportation. Its purpose is to connect a stimulus of music to a receiver, an emotionally sensitive receiver. There's a symptom of AudioQuest, which is that we make cables. In the future, people will think of us with some other products, but it's tempting to define a company by what they make. And that's valid, and I understand it. I prefer to think of AudioQuest as a value system, as a way of doing business. I happen to be making cables. That was an opportunity that came to me in the 1970s. But I prefer to think of the foundation of AudioQuest as an attitude about how you earn a place in the market. And you can go for a mass market where you give people what they think they want, even if it's not the right thing, or you give them the illusion of the right thing. And then there's a little more specialized version of the market where you do the work to bring your ideas, your beliefs to an audience, and hopefully what you have is worthwhile and they pay attention. But the idea that you need to earn a market by doing something special, doing something that hasn't been done before, or doing it better, or bringing something that is of quality to people who otherwise would not have been aware of it, that envelope is how I would prefer to define AudioQuest. Well, it's something of a sales type question, which I've always wanted to answer. Sales question is always, what's new? What's new? Like a goldfish with a 2-second memory. I know that you mean it quite differently, but new is an attitude, and every product we make is in a sense alive. Every single speaker cable, interconnect, USB cable, HDMI, pretty much every time that we need to make more of the product, that there's a new production run, I reconsider whether I can improve the product. And that is, in the moment, each one is revisited, it's new, it's alive. It's not, oh, we've done that, it's in the library, I don't have to touch it again. That's probably not the kind of answer that is exciting to an audience, but to me that's what's most important about what I do is, again, like I said before, symptoms versus the underlying attitude. We will have Thunderbolt cable. It's been a surprising 2 years to bring out a Thunderbolt cable. No one else makes a superior Thunderbolt cable. It's not hard in the sense that the same material and other design ingredients that we brought to other digital cables also make a better Thunderbolt cable. And Thunderbolt is actually a very high performance system. Standard, there's only really one quality of Thunderbolt cable, is better than the best USB. Better than very expensive cables from AudioQuest. It's not exciting, but that is the edge, that is the frontier, and I'm looking forward to participating in that market, even though almost no consumer products use Thunderbolt. It will be some external drives that people will use it from to their computer. Probably more interesting is that AudioQuest is looking forward to introducing power filters and headphones next year. At the moment, we're, on the other hand, living already in kind of a bubble from the Dragonfly, from our first USB DAC. It's been 2 years now. It's an established product that continues, well, it sounds like advertising, to set a kind of tone for others, because many people have entered that market that, in a sense, we first made visible. So that's exciting. And my girlfriend, when she talks about AudioQuest, tells people, well, have you heard of Dragonfly? And of course, most people haven't. We live in a very small world. But it's the one product that's exciting to her, because a cable is not exciting. So I do understand that headphones will give me visibility and excitement in a way that power filters and cable do not. But for me, the energy and the attitude and the passion with which I pursue all of them is equal. Mm-hmm. Before I mention things we haven't made before, I'm often asked what the next product would be when people only expected it to be another cable. And I would say, if I already knew how to make a better cable, I would have already done it. So in that sense, there's nothing I'm holding back. There's nothing you have to wait for me to do. But somehow or other, over a 35-year period, there's always progress, because we never know everything. I never know everything. And it's that frontier of making a better audio cable that is really kind of where I live and what I do. A better public relations example of what's going to be exciting are products like the Dragonfly USB DAC that we brought out 2 years ago. And coming up in January, Las Vegas, we'll be showing headphones. A single model of headphones that we hope will be something very special, and we hope we'll find an audience that will first listen and agree that it's something worthwhile. I have the luxury of not needing to design a whole set of headphones, a whole range. We're already in business. We have remarkably wide distribution in about 65 countries around the world. So we have the luxury of having taken over 2 years to develop something special, because that was the agenda. But I am aware that every time I mention headphones with a magazine, I first noticed this a year and a half ago in Japan, that as soon as I said headphones, nobody wanted to talk about cable. So if you're asking about excitement, headphones and future DACs, digital and analog converters. There'll be a companion for the Dragonfly. There will be a asynchronous Bluetooth transfer version. There will be some other little pieces. We're not getting into the component business. I don't want to be an electronic manufacturer, but it's a real pleasure to make these fun little devices that are, oh, I needed that. I didn't know I needed it, but yes, I needed it. So they're toys. And look, there will be more toys.